Well, hello there. This is Kathy Crow here at the Crow Cottage in Springfield, Missouri. Thank you so much for joining me. I see I have my camera turned around the wrong way, and I see that my hair is all messed up. At least you're high enough, you're probably not seeing the spot I got from my coffee when I went in to wash my hands just a minute ago. I'm like, what? There's like a protein spot here that I thought I just brushed it off and I was good. It's like, they're not going to see it anyway. No worries. Today this is going to, I'm scared. Okay. I'm honestly, I'm not even kidding. This Yuletide Village is really good and I'd like to do it justice. And so we will see if I can. It's really cute and really fun. I love these kinds of sets, and I'm so sorry for those of you who have not been collecting stamps as long as I have, because I could not help myself. Okay, this one I had to get off eBay years and years later after it came out because I couldn't afford it when it did, and I always remembered it. Hometown greetings. How come I wrote that in here? Let me peek here. Oh, it's because I have two sets in here, I bet. No, there are dies. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know this. Oh my goodness. I think I had these in I think I had these, like, I didn't even get this stamp set out on those cards you see, because I already had a bunch of these laying out, and because I'd cut these out before, because these were the dies that came with this set. And so I just used them. Now I might use them today too, because when I made cards with this years ago, I cut those out and didn't use them. It's really cool. If you want to find an old set, this is a really good one. It's really nice. So this one's called Hearts Come Home. And this is the one that I got the cute little Santa and his reindeer for these two cards that you see in the newsletter today. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, please subscribe. It comes out once a week and it has ideas. I am now just counting on you to come and watch with me to see, and you can stamp with me. It's fun. I'm not doing anything special. I don't stop the film and start it again later after I fix something. I don't, you see what you get, and it's not always good. But it's gonna be good. You can fix almost anything. I rarely have to actually start again. You have seen me do that too. But anyhow, I've written hometown greetings on here because I think the dies might have been called that. And they went with this set. But they were like, you know, a little bit separate too. Now this one was not long ago, just a few years ago, called Shop the Town. It was the holiday set that came out after we did, another cottagey one. I kind of forget. It might be the one that's in the catalog. In fact, the one that's in the catalog now might be the one that this came off of. And I don't think this one's available. I think this was just out during the Christmas season after, and goes with the Shop the Town thing. Although this says Shop the Town. So what's that other one called? I don't remember, but it's a shopping thing, you know, little gift shops and sort of thing, but very villagey like this. Now the thing about this one is this set, although it does have a Christmas tree in it and it has wintry like carolers, and these are what I've used in one of the cards. It also has this holiday arch, but the arch and you know, and really almost everything else is very easy to change by season. So today I think I might try to use these guys in a Thanksgiving setting. That is not what I did in the cards, but I am going to change it up just a little bit so that we can have a little bit more fun with it. So this is the card that I did in the newsletter, and you can see the little Santa, over here, and that's from that, Hearts Come Home set. Now remember, these are long retired. This is like super long time ago. And those little houses behind there are too. Now they don't have snow on them, so that set was actually easier to use all seasons. This set that we have in the catalog now, the Yuletide Village one, that is very snowy, and it's snowy ground, snowy roofs, easy to make for Christmas, a little bit more challenging to do for fall. So we'll see how that turns out. They're probably going to have like thatched roofs or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out. The other house that I have that you're probably wondering, where in the world did you get that house from in this set? Because you can see I use some of the Hearts Come Home one there and over here. But all the other ones, the trees, everything, the arch, those are all from the Yuletide Village and from the Shop the Town one that was, you know, just again, a few years ago. I don't know, a year, 2 years ago. So very easy to find, I'm sure, on eBay still. The reason I'm even trying this is the kind of card I would not do as a live, because there's just too much coloring, too much cutting. It would take longer than the hour and a half I kind of strive for. So we'll see how much I can get done. So that's one reason I'm scared. The other reason I'm scared is it's sort of an iffy sort of thing, because you just kind of have to stamp and go. I could use my Stamparatus and it might help a little, but I don't think it really would. You kind of just have to stamp and go on this. So I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about as I go, but these are just very fun to use. And I buy these sets because they're ones I know I'm going to be buying. I'm going to be using a lot over the years. They're not going to disappear for me. I know many people do give these up. So they're ones that you can find online used pretty easily. So that said, that house, if you were wondering where did it come from, it's from Light Me Home. This is what the main part of the stamp is this fabulous light pole in this path. Oh, so pretty. Very snowy. This is very snowy. The house is not so snowy. So that means the house can be done in any season that you want to. So I used it. I'm not going to use this one today. I'm just showing you what it is. Light Me Home. It's one that when you stamp it, I didn't mask anything. I just stamped it in the background and then made sure that I was already planning to do this big Christmas tree, and I just planned for the big Christmas tree to be covering up the other big tree that is in that, where did I put it? Oh yeah, right there. That big tree. To cover that one up, because it's not in the, I didn't want that one to be the forefront. I wanted the Christmas tree that you could actually find. More of you are going to be able to find the Shop the Town than Light Me Home. Light Me Home is going to be harder for you to find, I think. Now, I don't sell stuff on eBay. I don't get any money for those links. When you ask, sometimes people will say, how did you make such and such a card? When I send you the links to the eBay site that I got it from, I'm not making any money on those links. I'm just sending those to you out of the goodness of my heart so that I know you're making your cards. I want you to make cards. The reason I do this is so that people get to hear about how much you love them, how much other people love them, but mostly because, especially at Christmas time, it's nice to be able to tell people how much Jesus loves them, because he does, like way more than I ever could. So the other thing I'm going to use today is another old one. This is Itty Bitty Christmas. Itty Bitty Christmas is very old, but the sentiments are small, and this is like these are super busy cards. And so I just knew I was going to need little tiny sentiments for this. So all the sentiments I used came off of this, I believe. Let me peek again. Happy Christmas. Are you from here too? Yes, you are. This is just one of my go-tos when I want to make a busy card and I know I'm going to have this much space for a sentiment. Then I just pull out Itty Bitty Christmas, and then I don't have to hunt through a whole lot of other sets to see what would fit. For the background sky, this sky I am not doing because I'm not going to do a nighttime scene, but for our Santa one, I wanted to do a nighttime scene. So I got the DSP that we had for the little astronaut set last year. I don't remember what that's called, but it was a stargazer set, had lots of sheets of different constellations and things like that. And there was this nighttime sky in it. So that's what I used for that background. The technique is the same. And today I'm going to use our available, I believe, above the sky, above the clouds. I don't know. I'll see in a minute. This background, this sky and cloud background. Take to the Sky? What is it called? Yes, it's called Take to the Sky. There's lots of different paper in there. We will be looking at that, but that's the paper I'm using for our background, and it is available, I am sure. If not, it will be. Now, one thing I want to make sure I say before I forget, because I just found out about this last night, and that is that there is going to be a sale. Like this Wednesday. I think it starts this Wednesday through Friday, but might be just Wednesday and Thursday. All the things, I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Oops, I don't have it here with me. The annual catalog, the thick one, not the mini, but the annual catalog, everything in that, including the DSP, which stands for Designer Series Paper. That is going to be on sale for 20% off. So make sure you take advantage of that sale while it's there. I hope I remember that it's even there. I'm going to put the camera down and give it a go. Wish me luck. This is one of those days that I think, oh boy, we're going to just see what happens. I hope I don't have a whole lot of freezing of the camera, because it seems like last week was really problematic with my camera freezing a whole bunch, and I might have to adjust things as I go. I've got I was on a long phone conversation just before this, and so I have to have my phone plugged in, and I see I didn't get you quite into the mount very well. There we go. All right, I am gonna have to twist things around, but I'll do that here as we go. So let's see, what else has been going on? I know we're all keyed up still probably for all of the normal events of the year, of the times, and hopefully things have gone well for you. They're going really well for Jeff and I. We've had really nice weather. Today is so sunny. This is the day that if we planned better, this is a day that we would probably go somewhere because it is so nice outside. I was sitting out on my porch looking at the beautiful background out there. The trees are pretty. They're changing the leaves. They are drier this year because we didn't have as much rain as normal. It's plenty of rain now. So thank you for those prayers for rain, because there's been plenty now. It's very nice and wet. Oh, I can't believe my camera's not really cooperating with me all that well. So here you go. These are the cards we're going to be working on. Not at all. I told you how I did those. You're going to see how I laid this out. It's really simple to do. It's just, it can be a little bit, if you haven't done it before, just the stamp and go thing and see what you get, you're going to have to try it. It's actually not hard to do. It sounds a lot scarier than it really is. And it's just going to make you a better stamper if you do it. Okay, let me shift, and hopefully we're getting everything up and around. You can see my, boy, I still need up higher. Let's see if that worked. You can, this is the website. I'm trying to keep it up, but not doing that as well as I'd like. So hopefully you're patient with me on that. And if you want to buy something through me at Stampin' Up, if you place $100 or more order, you will get a gift. If you are local and you place a $50 or more order, you will get a gift. The Square store is mostly for, I'm not doing card classes and things right now, so I'm not able to do much of what is on there, but you can join me through there. But it's easier if you join me through Stampin' Up, especially if they're having a special. You always want to do it through that. The Square store is really good for gift cards. If you would like to send a gift to somebody, you get more bang for your buck on that, with free gift and all, if you do a gift card that way. But I will have to have the email of the recipient of the gift card, because I have to contact them to see what they want. And then here's my newsletter QR code. So you can find all these things pretty easily. And I think we are ready. I've got my 2 blocks out. These are the main ones I'll probably be using. There are other sizes, and I have them. Maybe for the itty bitty one, I might bring something else out. We'll just see, because itty bitty Christmas is pretty tiny. And this is one of those cling stamps. So I actually prefer to use other ones because I can see through them. Our Yuletide Village, thankfully, is a oh, look at there. I already was prepared. I haven't even assembled a card I planned. Huh. This is that background paper. This is what this side looked like. It's that constellation one, but that's not the Take to the Sky one. But this is what a photopolymer stamp set looks like. You can see through them, much easier to stamp with. So that's why I'm even doing a video with this kind of a setup, because it's harder to do it. Now, for this one, I can do it and pair it with our village because, oh, those are photopolymer. What am I talking about? I thought they were cling. No, they are photopolymer. What's all this? These are all the things that I've cut out already from dies. This is the DSP. I used it all, and I just shoved it all in here. For Shop the Town, there's this cute little light, street light. I didn't even use that in the cards that I did, but I might want to. That's really cute. Have you guys seen how to add actual lights? Oh my, look at this the bats. That would have been really cute for Halloween. Oh my goodness, are those really in there? No. Where did I get that die? I don't know, but anyway, it's in here. I do not even know where I got that die from. I just have it in here because that's where I would be using it. I'm going to throw this to the side because that is not going to be useful for me today at all. I've got some basic white scraps. I don't throw my basic white scraps away because I use those mostly for sentiments, and you don't need a big piece of white for sentiments, so I keep these scraps until they're down to little nubbins. Now for this card, let's just look on this cutting board. This is a glass mat. I don't know if Stampin' Up! Still has it available. I know it was for a while. But you can, as you can see underneath it, I've got a bigger one. So you can buy these glass mats. I would definitely recommend it. If you are ever doing background skies and you don't want to use DSP, you have to use blending brushes most of the time. That's how you're going to get really nice background skies and get them the colors you want, whether it is a sunrise or sunset or just a daytime or a nighttime, you will want that. And so with these glass mats, you can just go on and off of your paper much easier than on a desk blotter. So I would recommend them. Another thing that's coming up very soon, we are getting the demonstrators have a pre-order of this. This is our color coach. It's going to be available as an online exclusive. Now we're getting to order from it in November. I think that the online exclusives that this is going to be part of, that's probably coming out. Oh, I better not even say. I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping track of some things. But isn't this nice? It has all kinds of different ways that you can mix your colors without you having to think so much about it. So if I wanted my background to be very autumnish with pumpkin pie, I could choose to go with a triad of this with this. I think it would look really nice. I could go with all of these maybe and pick one of those to go with, and then one of these to go with. It gives you some really nice options that your brain might not think about. The way these are really useful for me is it forces me to think outside of my color scheme. I'm not usually a complementary or opposites type color coordinator. I don't usually go that way. At Christmas time, it's much easier because, you know, red and green, we know that about Christmas. But for other holidays, not so much. Like even with Valentine's coming up, you've got your pink, a bright pink, and I would never think to pair for Valentine's Day my bright pink with maybe a limeish green with a soft sea foam or a pool party or anything. But these can be great colors to put together. So this color coach is going to be really useful for you, and it's pretty hard. It's cardstock. It's got a finish on it that's going to keep it somewhat protected. I might have mine laminated, but if I do that, then that's going to add a gleam to it, makes it harder to see. This has not got that. I could laminate this part, but I don't know if I really want to laminate my color part, just because then that gloss, you know, you get from that plastic over it. But, you know, I don't know. I'm thinking about it because I want this to stay nice. I've had lots of different color combination. I even made my own since I didn't have one, but it was not as good, not even close. So I would encourage you to get that. That's probably only 10 to 12 bucks. I don't even know how much it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be worth it. So you will want it. Now this card, I'm going to just lay it here. This is 8.5 inches. I'm going to be making a smaller version because I'm going to do a fall one, a Thanksgiving one. And it looks like this one was just 8 inches. So let's go with an 8-inch card. If you get those envelopes that are the long, skinny envelopes, I think those are number 10. Sometimes Stampin' Up! Has those in its catalog, and sometimes they don't. I don't rely on that. I do make them myself sometimes. I do also buy them when I can find colored ones. So here's one. This is a number 10, and you can see it's gonna fit very easy. It actually will fit this one just fine too. So 8.5 is fine. You can probably even get a 9-inch barely. I wouldn't do 9. That's gonna make it super long. So that would be really, I think that'd be a little bit long, but this one's gonna be just fine. So I think that those are number 10. I didn't see the label in there to know for sure. So we will see. I'm gonna have to lose my jacket. Getting a little bit toasty already in here. It is so sunny and nice. Oh man, I just lost all my small group stuff. Okay, that was actually much easier than I expected. My jacket kind of made a mess. I've got stacks of things around behind me because I've got Christmas cards got stacks of Christmas cards. Oh, the decorative trees. Oh man, I can hardly wait to get to that with you. It is so fun. Super, super fun. Now, color coordinated. I don't want to do a dark green if we're going to do fall. So let's get some pumpkin pie. I know I can rely on that. And we will cut this at 8 inches. Excuse me. Since this is 8.5, I'm going to just leave it at that. We will go, and I'll cut that 1/2 inch off in a moment. But let's see. What's my width on this one? My width is 3 and a little more than 3 3/4, but 3 3/4 is going to be plenty. I could even go 3.5 if I wanted it to be skinnier. I'm going to take a peek at this because how much of a hill am I going to do? I don't want to have to get this house into the mix because that is just actually adding another layer that I don't want to be dealing with. I want to be keeping it simple today. We're going to do 1 layer on top of that. We will have possibly another layer behind, but my ground, you see, is going to have something fall-ish, no snow. So we're going to see how that's going to work out because I actually kind of need, I'm going to have to clean up some of these edges to get a fall view for this. Or I could just use these houses because I have a bunch of them. But you can see Shop the Town is a slightly different, perspective. It's a different style than these. And it's bigger. So this would have to be in the forefront. These would have to be in the background. And I can do that. Our other ones that go well with this set, let me find them. I should have gotten them out already, but I didn't. Here's one I might bring out and use. In the Country, this was a celebration one, but this might fill up one side of my village so that I don't have to add as much here of these other things. So I think I'll keep this one out. Let me grab my Country Cottage sets and we'll have a look here at them. It's always good to add to these things. If you like to add different things to your little scenes, I don't know, some of us always kind of wanted to have our own little train village going around. For those of us who wanted things like that, that's one reason I like to collect these kinds of houses and whatnot. I can put these in the background. This is a set I don't think a whole lot of people have. It's a celebration set. It's really good. It has this house in the background. Pretty easy to put with this. Again, it's a different style, and so was that other one. So that's the only trouble. And that's why I'm hunting for one that I haven't found yet. Where are you? Coming Home. That's what you're called. And the other one, the other set that I was trying to remember the name of earlier was called Let's Go Shopping. So Let's Go Shopping has that house in it, which matches this one. Pretty big. That's not going to fit on my skinny card. Coming Home is also a little on the large side. Again, not at all the same style. It's close, but very squared off. So it just didn't work. I could take this little one, I suppose, but no, I'm just not going to. This is why I didn't even use it. I thought, nah, this is just not going to work. I'm going to use some of my other ones, maybe that have a slightly different style, and that's why I had that set out from long, long ago, because that worked and these don't. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a narrower card because I've decided I don't need all this background back here. So let's do 3.5 inches instead of 3 3/4. Now you get to see what my brain works like. It's like, we're just going to take what we've got and go for it. So there we've got 8 inches by 3.5. And now I want a piece of white that I'm going to be using a background. Before I get to the white, let's just do the sky. You could probably find a really nice autumn sky somewhere. I think there are some out there, but I already know that if I want a daytime sky, this one's perfect for it. Let's see if I have one cut up. Oh, there it is. It's cut up already. You know, I'm going to want more packs of this just for this sky. It's already done for me, so I don't have to do it anymore. I really do like this paper. It's pretty. Look at these tags that come with it. Aren't those nice? Really like those. Those would be actually nice, some of those with our cards today, but I'm not going to do that. The other set that would be really nice with today's card is the Scenic Pumpkin Patch. Maybe using that. I don't know. I'll set it aside. All right, so we want the sky, of course, to be going like this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 3 1/4. Okay, because our card width is 3.5. So we'll go 3 1/4. And then it's 8 inches long, so I want to cut it at 7 3/4. And then this is going to just be laying right behind the scene that we're going to build. Okay, that's very orangey behind there. We're going to have to make sure we have plenty of autumn scene. And this is the biggest cloud on this upper part. So that's fine. I already can tell myself, though, that since this is a really big puffy cloud right here, I'm going to want to center one of my houses or something right here to cover a lot of this cloud, because this one is too big for the scene I'm building. So I need something to be in the center. And the white piece that I'm going to work on, I'm going to go ahead and get it the size that I'm going to want the finish to be. Normally I do it larger and don't make them the same size so that I have things to cut off on the side. But today, for ease of stamping, I think we're going to go ahead and just do it 3 3/4. Oh, I can't do it 3 3/4. Yes, I can. I want this to be layered right on here. So we're going to go 3 3/4. This is going to tell me exactly how wide this is, though. Okay, so we are going to be cutting off the top part. And then the width of it, or excuse me, the length of it is going to be 7 3/4. Okay, I'm probably going to regret that I did that, but we will find out, because we're going to live with it. This is the length of the sky, so it's going to be the length of my whole scene. Like it or not. You believe it or not. Do you remember that show? Jeff found a really fun one on Amazon to watch the other night. Oh my goodness. Where does he find these things? I don't know. Sometimes how he finds... We like old stuff. So, I mean, we did find a newer, within the last probably 10, 15 years, I don't know. It's on the BBC Amazon channel, I believe. Or PBS or something. It's called Scarlet and the, I don't know. But she's like an, early 19th, 19th century, early 20th century, maybe 19th century person. And it's normally I wouldn't like the female detective theme, but this one's a good one. So find that one. It's great. Where did I just put my main stamp set I'm working with? I've got all these ones here that I'm probably not even going to use. And then I lost my Yuletide Village. Okay, there you are. So I'm going to set this on the side just so I can kind of keep this in memory. This is what I'm going for. And I need some hills. Because we've got the ground going hummocky, we need hills. So I'm going to take, this is a very friendly stamp set to do that with. The only problem I'm going to have is this wreath, which is very Christmassy. So we're going to have to turn that into something else. I'm going to mask my snowman, because I definitely don't want the snowman on there. The bows on the doors, I can actually cover with something else probably. So I'm not too worried about those. And the reality is I also could do another tree and just put a tree here instead of this snowman. This tree, in fact, could do that. So I think I will not even mask the snowman. We're not going to worry about him. I really like this brick wall, but I found it a little hard to use in some ways. So let me see my length of card. This one I've got here just to show me how many of these houses I'm going to need to fill up my space. I need all 3 of those and the church, and I think that's going to be good. And if you don't want a church in here, you don't have to, but you know what? A church with a graveyard would be really cool if it was Halloween, but it's not. We're doing Thanksgiving, so we won't worry about that. I could use my pumpkin patch, maybe. They're kind of large, so they'd have to be in the front of. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to work that. We will see. All right, you are getting like the basics of how does her brain work, and does it work at all? And the answer is sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. I'm first of all going to just place my, remember my sky's going to be, my sky's going to be back here. Maybe I want my church in the right here. In fact, I'm definitely going to put my church right here. Okay. And then we're going to put a house here.
Okay, and we're going to put, oh, this house has to be this way. I don't really want it over here. I mean, it could be if it was like, it's the bigger of all of these. So, I might actually want it here. But if I want my pumpkin patch showing, oh no, that'll work. Because I can put my pumpkin patch maybe back here. And this house, oh, this one's going to have to, this is slightly bigger in scale. See these windows? This is how you can tell. The doors are the same size approximately, but these windows look, just because they have shutters, I think, but it makes this one look much closer to you. So take the one that you think is going to look farther away, and we'll put that one by the church, and then this one's going to be here, and now I can shift everything a bit. Okay, so we're going to put the house here, we're going to put this church here, we're going to put this house here. And then this house I'll be cutting out and sticking here. And this one I'll be cutting out as well. So I'm going to stamp these on other white as well as any trees that I do. And they're not going to be these trees unless I can figure out how to do them without snow. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do this and not do snow. I can mask it, and I think I'm probably going to have to. All right, I think we're good. I think we're set. This actually, once you get things figured out, goes pretty fast. So let's start with, I'm going to leave this house here so I can kind of see where everything's going. And we're going to stamp the church right in the middle. Let me grab a little piece of washi tape. Washi tape. I need a little piece of you, not a big piece. A little tiny skinny piece. You can find these little tiny skinny washies anywhere. I couldn't believe last week or 2 weeks ago when I was looking at some, on sale fall, autumn decorations in the fabric store or the craft store. I went by and thought, oh, I'll look and see if there are any washi tape. I can't find the edge. I know you're here somewhere. They have decorative patterns, So I thought I'd look and see what they had. Well, I couldn't believe how expensive it's become. I mean, ridiculously. I thought, I'm glad I have all this washi tape because I'm certainly not buying anymore. All right, so I want to cover up my wreath. I actually want the window in it. But I don't want the actual wreath. I could do a fall wreath. So actually, let's leave it. We'll do it. We'll make it a fall wreath. I think I can do that. I do want to get rid of the hills. The tree I can live with. I don't want my snow slopes. So we're going to fix this after we've gotten rid of the snow slopes. Okay, there is some snow on that windowsill. I don't know. I think I might have to turn those into leaves or something. This part, I think I can, I don't know if I need to get rid of that. I might. Let's see. There we go. You're seeing more trouble with my washi tape than anything. It doesn't, you don't want anything to stick too much because after you've inked it up, you want it to come away easy. I think I can live with most of this. Let's get rid of the one little bit of snow. On this one side of the church roof. Okay, right here. Okay, we don't need snow here because that one would be hard to turn into a pile of leaves. Some things are going to be easier to turn into a pile of leaves than others. Now, if you want to do snow, it does make a beautiful Christmas card. You wouldn't have to be doing any of what I'm doing. if you're just gonna do Christmas cards. So fair warning. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just ink this up, hope for the best, and then pull off that washi tape. All right, this is where I end up getting ink all over myself. So we'll try not to. Oh, I forgot to wet my pad, my little chamois pad. Okay, there we go. So we will see if that worked. It looks like it pretty good. I can see where I'm going to need to fix some things. But for the most part, yeah, you can with your finger try to get rid of some stuff if you want, if you know, neglected to mask the stamp. You can look at it and think, oh, maybe. I'll clean the edge here. Maybe I can get this off. Usually I have a hard time and end up taking away parts of the image that I wanted to keep. So that's usually not as effective a method for me. All right, so you're gonna stamp your church here in the middle. That's as clean as it's gonna get. And clean that off. Now for the house, let's peek at it and see. Oh boy, got snow coming on there. I do not want a bunch of snow. I'm gonna get rid of you. All right, let's look here. What house am I looking at? It's this one. Oh, the roof's not too bad, but let's clean that roof up. We'll make it, we're gonna end up making that a straight roof, hopefully. And that one's not too crooked, a little. Hopefully straighten that out. Since I'm right here anyway, I'm going to cover up most of that snowman. Because I don't want a snowman. If you could make him a little scarecrow, that'd be cool. And what else do we need to get rid of here? The slopes. Some slopes okay, but not all. Oops. That took off our snowman. That part of the slope I want off. This part right here, it's this part right here. That little corner, that rounded, looking like snow kind of, that's not how leaves stack up on your roof. Now here I wouldn't even know about that because we don't have any trees around us that are, I mean we do in our backyard, but thankfully the wind blows all of those in a direction away from our house, so I never have to deal with it. And then our gutters don't track that, don't keep it. The big roof line, I think I took care of it. I think we're good. There is, again, all of the little windowsills. It's kind of problematic, but I'm going to work on that as we go. So you can only mask so much. Hey, Michelle, it is so nice to see you. Happy Monday to you, too. Working you are. Nice. Per diem has got to be nice. Got to be better, right? I would think. And then you can pick and choose, pick the days and all that. That's wonderful. Thank you for joining me. And I think you're going to have fun with this one because this is the kind of set that I don't know that you normally like. But I know you say you don't do a lot of building of scenes, but it's really fun to do. I don't know if you like to do Christmas Village at all, or around your tree or on your shelf or mantle. This is the kind of thing you'll love. I always liked to do that, and I don't know why. My mother didn't. She let me do it. She bought a Christmas set that I used and decorated up. Now, remember, we're going to have a tree here where this snowman is, so we can come down a little bit far here for our house. Okay. And we are missing some lines. We'll add those in. It's not hard to do. It's just trying to take off some of the more Christmassy elements in a sense. Now, that's all I'm going to stamp, I think, right on this village. But I'm going to refresh my memory with these houses. So this house is going to go here. Let's put it over here like this. And then let's try to get these guys on here. And then this house is going to go here. Yeah, there's plenty of room. And then I can do these here. It's this is why I've got scraps. Got my little scraps already. We're going to go ahead and stamp this up. Put that to the side. Let's put it here where I'm not going to get ink all over it. On this one, I'm not going to be as concerned here. I'm going to use my cloth and clean off some of this. This snow. It might not all come off the way I want it, but all right. I can clip off anything that's, you know, outside. It's the inside that's a little harder. Inside the image, you know, on the outside of the image, it's going to be easy to fix because I'm going to cut these anyway. It's in the inner part of the image is where I can't. You're going to have to mask. Anything you're cutting out to stick on the card is, again, usually much easier to adjust these ways. So that house is done. I'm not going to use the snowflake banner. It's really cute. I didn't even use it on our cards. It's really fun. The snow is nice. This falling snow, that would be great if you were doing Christmas. Our little trees. Oh, I want our little trees right on my stamped image though. Because, let's get a tiny block. That's something, this little tree, I'm not going to be cutting it out. This set does not come with dies, so you don't have a choice on it. There are no dies. So we're going to stamp that tree right there, right where that snowman was. I'm going to want to keep this guy handy because I think we're going to be putting more trees on here. And let's grab another scrap. And we'll do the other house. Did we do this one already? No, we did the other one. Okay. Ooh, this has got a big snow bank right there. We want that snow bank out. I'm going to leave this little hill. I think we might make a bit of a leaf pile there. But I want a straight line here. And I definitely don't want snow on the house. So I'm taking a lot of the roof line off of this one. Okay. Now, if I wanted to make this perfect, I would make sure this was dry with a little, I don't know, because where I've pulled it off with my pad, it's still going to make a bit of an image, you know, because I didn't dry it. But I'm not going to obsess here. We want to move along. You can only do so much when you're doing something live. and this is going to be just fine. So we're going to cut those out and put those on. Now, what else do we need? So we've got the houses done that are going to come out and make this front part pop out more. What I'm thinking is we want to use this tree a bit, and I want to put, I'm still thinking that pumpkin patch would be so cute to do. Now we do have some vehicles. A vehicle would be nice. Actually the ones that I have, I didn't really find one that would be perfect. Let me look at this brick wall. Brick wall. No, I don't want you there. The brick wall is fine, except for I'm thinking the brick wall is going to be a problem if I'm going to do the pumpkins with this. I'm not cutting out pumpkins. We're going to be stamping it right on here. So I think we're not going to use the brick wall. I just think that might end up being a bit of trouble. I have this truck. There's this truck, had the Christmas tree. It does fit to scale. So you could stick a truck in here if you wanted to have something more in the front and make that work. We might even use this pickup truck, and I'll take the tree out and put our pumpkins in here. Won't that be nice? Maybe. We'll think about it. I still am thinking I might use the carolers. Now in our pumpkin patch scene, you've got these trees that are awesome. They will look really nice back there. And these little pumpkins. I think those are the smallest ones we have. Let me close up my ink pad and let me find those little carolers. We do have a little VW bug incoming home. That's cute. Do I have one cut out? Let's see if I do. Sometimes I do. No. But let's find you. Oh, here's the die. Let's see how big you are. Yeah, it's a little big. I like the truck better. So here's our little carolers. Now, they're not dressed so wintry that you can't make them pumpkin-y, and you also can have them holding, instead of this songbook, you could have them holding a pumpkin. I have done that. They're a little big. They'd have to be like really far up here. So because they're big and I already have the truck done, I'm not going to do them. But the theory is what you do is you're going to ink that up, mask the little, you can mask their hymn books if you want, and you can cut out little pumpkins that you've stamped and have them holding that. I have them holding pumpkins somewhere. I don't know what card, if it was maybe Shop the Town, it could have been, and it might have been on a Halloween set, very likely, that I would have done that. So you could find it and see what it looks like. It looks good. I can just tell you right now, I liked it. I think these are the smallest pumpkins I've got, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. This is going to go right on the stamp set. I mean, right on this. So if it doesn't turn out and I don't like it, I can just put a house in front of them and it will take good care of it. These are kind of big. These are big pumpkins. I'd rather have littler ones. Like, I can see right now I'm not going to like that. Those are way too big. Don't we have littler ones? Like little tiny pumpkins. Little teeny tiny pumpkins. I'm going to peek at my Halloween things and see if we have any little teeny tiny pumpkins. Probably not. Those are pretty small. I don't recall having anything smaller. Definitely not seeing anything smaller. I'm seeing things bigger, but not smaller. All right, you can try to fake it, I suppose, and make your own, but what other things do we have that I could use for pumpkins? Where have I put all of my, oh, and put them all over here. Let me look really quick at my landscape type. See if I have anything pumpkin-y. We do have some things that might work. Let's look. Not Snowfront. Snowfront is the one I initially thought. Snowfront is a really good one. It has all kinds of stuff in there. Might use that. There's Hills of Tuscany. That one I was thinking might work. This is a nice background house. You could quilt with that. Here's another old one, My Meadow. And I was hoping there might be something pumpkin-y in there, but that's not really a pumpkin shape. So I don't think so. All right. I am going to use these, though, for my ground. We're going to be layering our house and whatnot on top here, so we can do our ground however we want. Now, the sky's going to all be cut away. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I think I'll use this Hills of Tuscany because I think it's going to be the right size. Maybe our scenic pumpkin will be better. I think it might be. Let's use our scenic pumpkin. We can use our trees, we can use our ground, and then it'll fill in all of this bottom space. And then we're going to just lay that house right on top. All right, so the idea is I'm trying to avoid doing any sponging. That's what I'm doing. So let's take this tree. Now this, for scenic pumpkin, you want to use colored ink. You don't want to use your black. These are outline images, but these are more like the, what do they call it? There's an ink name. What is it? What is it? It's instinctive or distinctive something. I don't remember. But anyway, the ink is not all in one solid block. So it's not a silhouette. So we're going to stamp off here. It's varied shades of my pecan pie that I'm using. Okay, so we're going to do that there. We're going to do that. Oh, let's come down a little bit and do that there, like that. And we'll use one over here too. In back though. You want it in back because our house is going to go here, right? Okay. Now, the one bad thing about doing this is that I'm going to need to cut out a lot around those branches, aren't I? Unless there's a puffy white cloud back there, I'll have to. So we'll see how that works out. Sometimes these things happen, and then I'm thinking, oh, why did I do that? That's why these evergreens are so good. They're easy to cut around. These fall scenes are more difficult because you have these bare branches sticking out, and then you have to cut around them if you're doing a layered scene like this. So you won't see me do an autumn one very often. The fall ones are fun, but takes way too much ink to do. Or not ink, but way too much fussy cutting to do that. Okay, so we have that sale coming up on Wednesday and Thursday, I believe. New catalog coming out at the beginning of the year. Plus, it will be celebration time again. And so with celebration, you are going to be able to get a special deal on the... oh, I think this is going to look like a good bundle of leaves, maybe. I bet you I've got leaves somewhere. Where would they be? I'm trying to think. Where would some scattered leaves be? I don't really want to stamp this on if I've got like nice leaves. Well, we're going to go ahead and stamp it on the bottom anyway, okay? So this is from Scenic Pumpkin Patch. It's just one of the ground. I'm going to just do, I think we'll do it off the card and on. Okay, like this, just to see what we get. I think I like it to be off mostly. Stamped off is what I'm trying to say here. stamped off mostly, partially, mostly. Okay, that's just going to give us a nice general brown ground at the bottom. But I do think we've got a gathering of leaves somewhere. Some stamp set. I'm trying to think what it would be. I know we've got some little kids, but those leaves, wouldn't they be big? I think they would be too big for me to use. It would be really nice if we had a little bunch of fallen leaves in this set. And look at you. There you are. I wished for you and you are here. Now they're a little bit big, but they are definitely a leaf shape. In fact, they're way huge. These are the pumpkin leaves, actually. They're way, way huge. I need something smaller. That was a good idea, but it didn't really pan out. Let's try to find ones. I'd like to find ones that are outlined in black. That way I can manage them a bit better. All right, back to a hunt, because I don't think any of those are going to be leaf-like. Let's do some green. Again, if we're having a fall, oh, look at you. Those are like little dots. This is Hills of Tuscany, and it's this stamp. I think this might work. Let's try it. I'm going to use my little block and take my tree off here. And let's do a variety of colors. So we've got our pumpkin pie. Okay, we're going to do a bunch of leaves here. We're pretending these are all leaves. Okay, and I am a little hesitant to put these on the roof, because I think we can pretend that roof is not anything but a roof, maybe. We've still got this snowscape going, but I'm a little afraid to do leaves here. I'm not real sure how that'll turn out. I think what I might do, though, is go ahead and just do these little edges. I am going to do it. Let's see what happens when you try to add leaves here. Just there. I don't think I need too much there. Maybe here on this part of that roof. There, because that one definitely. Okay, now that I'm doing that, I think that's going to look good. Let's put some leaves all around here. I do have some trees that have stuff like this. And then I think it looks like leaves pretty well once you're finished. We're going to give it a go. We'll see. And I can use this for my actual trees, I bet, too. Let's try it. Yes. This is going to mean I do not have to do too much fussy cutting after all, because we're just putting our nice fall leaves. I'm only using an edge of this. Okay, so when I'm stamping it, I'm just stamping that little bit of an edge here. And I'm just stamping one time and then putting the ink to the paper several times. Okay, let's do just a little bit more here and there. Okay, perfect. This is gonna actually turn out well. I'm so happy it is. Oh, we aren't done. We need yellow and red. We could use a little brown, but I think I'll skip the brown. So we've got real red, but very little of this. So let's just do a tiny bit here. Tiny bit. And in fact, I think these are fatter than this side. So let's ink this side instead. Okay, so we'll ink up this end. No, that's not fatter or skinnier. I think this edge is the skin. I'm trying to find which little dots are the skinniest. It's pretty good. Yeah, I kind of blown it there. All right, this is going along quite nicely. Let's clean that again and get just a little bit of this red again on my church roof. I'm trying to make that look like a pile of leaves, and here too, because this is looking way like snow. So we're gonna try to make it look like a pile of leaves instead. Okay, perfect. Drifts of leaf, yes. There can be drifts of leaf. All right, and then yellow. Now our yellow, I think I'm gonna get Mango Melody out. I need something very, very, very yellow. A darker brownish type, orangish yellow. So Mango Melody is an old retired color. I'm gonna use it full strength here. Perfect. We are still gonna want a little green in here as well. Okay, now let me take that, clean it off, and then we will ink up just a bit of the corner. And I think we are about ready to call it quits on the trees. Oh, I'm liking this. This is turning out really, really nice. I'm so glad. I did not know. When I told you I was scared to do this one, I seriously was. What time is it? Oh, we're kind of running out of time, so let's hurry along. All right, so now that is done. This is again from the Hills of Tuscany. Hills of Tuscany is retired, I believe. But no, these are the kinds of things I buy because they are perfect background stamps for to use over and over. These are like little cypress. So this is going to give me a nice bit of green for our picture. Because there is always some kind of evergreen lurking about somewhere. That's fine. I think we'll just use shaded spruce, and I think I'll use copper clay so we can get a little different brown going. And copper clay is just for the trunks. Okay. So we've got the trunks inked up. I'm going to go ahead and place these guys. Now our house is going here. We're going to put this here. We've got a house going here too, though. I don't know that I need these guys. Let's, I can't put them there all that well. I don't think I need these. Let's put them in the background. Okay, so those are the trunks. And then I'm going to clean that off. No, actually, I don't even have to. I just needed the trunks to be stamped separate from my green ink. Because for this one, I want to do a stamped off. I don't want this to be a solid, bright, bright green. We want it to be a little bit fuzzy. So actually, I think I better clean off my... Uh-oh, where did I... Oh, there you are. Let's clean off my trunks. There we go. Hills of Tuscany, you have come to the rescue. If you wanted to do a nice sky, Hills of Tuscany gives you lots of options for a really nice background sky, and then you wouldn't even need to be fussing with this background paper. But I really like this Take to the Sky background paper. It's going to be a perfect autumn day. It's really nice to have sunshiny, cloudy days, and we have been enjoying that so much. All right, I think this is pretty good. Little bit of grass wouldn't hurt, but I'm not sure I've got the tools at hand to do little bits of grass. Ah, here it is, my meadow. Do you see this little bit of grass? You are so perfect. I've used it quite a bit. There are little dots you could use for your leaves. This is a set that was, I thought it was a stamp, a celebration one, but now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't say celebration, so it must not have been. It must have been in a, oh, let's use our little block. It's way too big. Okay, so we do have some grass. It's pretty itty bitty. It's a little bit on the big side, but not too bad. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. This is how easy it is to do this sort of thing. What do you think? Looking pretty good, huh? Let's try to conceal the fact that we've got a big bushy bush right there. That. Our grass is just getting really big around the church and around the house and around that house. And then I don't have to draw any lines. I still will have to fix the roof a bit. Other than that, we're good. It's looking quite nice. Okay, that is just shaded spruce. And now, what else are we doing? Let's put my Meadow stamps back. My little grass. Now I keep all of these stamp sets together. The village ones I'm going to keep in a separate village section. These, though, are all in a section that I call my landscaping section. Okay, that's how I keep stamps organized, is by genre, in a sense. And then I can find what I need more easily. I forget the names of things. So that helps me use all my stamps. It's a way to keep using your old stamps if you store them by grouping. All right, I think we're ready to color, cut, and assemble. Now this is going to go much faster than you probably think. The coloring does not have to be complicated at all. We're going to use basic, our browns. The church I'm going to leave white. Let's start with the church roof. I'm going to do I'm going to get out my pool party. I think I'm going to get out my Seaside spray. Now, first of all, we're going to start with our Seaside spray on this church roof. It's not going to stay bluish, but that's what I'm going to initially start it out with. Okay. And there, and there. Okay, and then here and here. I think we'll leave the door red. I'm going to just go ahead and use these colors mostly because I like them. All right, and for the roof, let's do this roof, this color. We're going to overcolor it with gray. We're going to start with this Seaside spray. Seaside spray is a retired color. it's just, I think we'll do brown on this one. Here's pool party. I think we'll do a house. We'll initiate it anyway with this pool party. I'm probably going to color it something else as well. Initially, we're going to start it with this. See how it looks. Okay. And I need a green. I use soft sea foam a lot. Soft sea foam gives me a bluish grayish green, and I do like it with that pool party. Kind of changes it up just a bit. Okay, there's that one. Let's see, what else have we got? I think we want a darker green on that. Did I use the dark one? I think I did. Let's do... a light Lost Lagoon on the door. Okay, and the eaves. Maybe the eaves. I should have done more of the roof line there with those leaves. I'll have to do that. Yeah, we'll do the eaves here. Okay, I like this Lost Lagoon, so I'm going to go ahead with it on the house here. A little dark, but that's okay. So this Lost Lagoon is dark, and I should have done the light, but I'm going to fix that. Oh no, this is the light one. I needed the light. I need to lighten it up. So I'm going to take my soft sea foam, which is a lighter green, and we're going to just kind of go over this a little bit. It'll lighten it up just a tad, I think. Usually it does. When you're lightening up an alcohol ink like this, it takes just a little bit for it to kick in. So... if it starts right away washing away your ink, then you might want to just check to make sure it's not washing too much away. In this case, that worked out quite nicely. And what else do I want? I don't really have any. Oh, I do have that one evergreen. Let's do that in a different green, so it doesn't look like the same green. And let's grab our shaded spruce. This is the light shaded spruce. Ooh, we don't want the brush tip. We want the bullet tip. And we don't want any snow on it, remember. So we're taking all that snow away. And I am going to go ahead and do this. Okay, this is just kind of making it look like, oh, we've got a nice, it's not summer, but we've got some background going here, not just dots. Very good. If you didn't put enough for the leaves, there you go. Now you can do it this way, like I didn't. So now we've got some green leaves on the roof as well. And we better put some in the ground, in the tree, just a little bit. Got some green going there. All right. This is looking like so saffron to me. So let's find some saffron. Lemon really is really good. I use it really actually pretty sparingly, but it's very nice yellow. I like it. But we're going to use, this is the light. No, it's the dark. Mine is not as dark as a normal because I added a lot of alcohol to mine. So my soft saffron is a very lightened up version of our real saffron. In fact, it's so light, I think I can use the bullet tip part. We're going to just go right over here like that and like that. Okay. And let's do the windows. Ah, that's so washed out. I'm going to use the dark. Yeah, this is like a majorly washed out saffron. Normally it's much darker than that. And that's just because it's run out. I added alcohol and I like it. I've got one that's dark, I know, in there if I needed it. But it's nice to have a lighter color. And this is going to be gray. We might want to do the roof line here with this. We could do like maybe almost like a thatched roof kind of deal here. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I need gray. Now, we have a lot of gray. We have smoky slate. We have gray granite. Now we have this beautiful pebble path. All to say, none of them are quite light enough for me. So I am going to use W3 Copic pen. That one's a bit on the dark side, so we're going to just, that was to test it. This will be good for this roof. And actually, I also want it for my steeple a little bit there, and my steps. And these steps, maybe those fake steps. I think that's it. Maybe instead of red doors, we'll do gray. Chimneys. And I think the roof line here. Now I know I'm coloring out the lines because I'm going to have to fix these lines. Okay, and we're going to go with gray here. And the shutters. All right. Perfect. I think that's good. Now let's, so W3 was too dark. Let's try I've got W1. I don't know if I have a W2. Now W stands for warm. I see a bunch of W00. W2, perfect. Let's try W2. Yes, that's better. Okay, so these are just lighter grays. And if Stampin' Up! Was carrying a lighter gray, I'd be using it, but they don't, so there you go. You can use pencils to get the same effect. You can also use your watercolor brush to get the same effect too. It's just a little bit more time consuming and you have to be a little bit more careful, and you don't want to use a Memento Black. You would want to use a Stays On, but if you use Stays On for stamping, make sure you cut, you clean that off really good. Oops, let's do a different color for my, there we go. I do want a darker darker eaves. That's not dark enough. So let's grab out smoky slate. We'll get out our dark. Oh, those are both light smoky slates. Don't we have? Yes, there's dark smoky slate. And that'll give us a really nice dark outline for this eave. And for this eave, I'm even going to do one there and there. And then that is going to be there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use this to just give myself a nice straighter line for my roof. Okay, let's make it a little bit darker there, like that. And I didn't like that, so I'm going to use a marker instead that has a finer tip when I get to this one. But we'll do the eave. It's fine. We can do the chimney, kind of like the darker chimney. And there. Let's do the shutters a little darker. Those are okay. All right, we're getting there, almost there. Trying to get everything colored. When there's so many small details, it's easy to miss stuff. All right, now we need a black marker. So this time, black or brown will work. Here's our basic black, I believe. So find the bullet tip. This is an old style, so this is super fine. The newer one is fine too, but it's not as fine. This one's just a much more fine, as in smaller tip. So it makes it a little easier to line things like this, especially when you're trying to fill in a line where you over masked a stamp, or you're trying to fix one, you know, that you messed up, or like in this case didn't mess up, I just wanted a new line. Okay, this is fine. I'm going to leave that there. And that's looking pretty good. You can, and I do kind of like to, add your shingles. But you know what? I think you could use that. I wonder if that brick wall would work. It might. I might look at that and see. This has got to be fixed. This is no good. So we actually kind of want it to be like this. And like this. And we're going to go like this. And like this. So it's a little out to scale. I might want to put a tree in front of that. Anything you don't like, put something in front of it. And then it'll suddenly look a lot better, believe me. Because my roof is off. I'm not really sure how it is, but it just is. I'd have to find another house to help me fix that. And I'm not going to take the time to do that. What I'm going to do instead, actually I can. Let's find a house that's got... my little tree I forgot to put away. A roof line. Well, I don't have one. I know I do somewhere, but I'm not going to hunt you down. Oh boy. Is that the right? No, it's not. Okay, never mind. I'm going to just make do with this. Let's grab our gray, and we're going to change this into a different, it'll look better, not two colors. We don't want a two-toned thing. So we're going to just go with a darker. I think we'll go with darker. This is smoky slate, but it's light smoky slate. Let's see how it looks. Over coloring. That's not too bad. Yeah, this is going to work out just fine. Now, I'm going to take that brick wall, and we're going to use that to ink it up and try to make this roof look a little less weird. And where's my stamps? There we go. Yuletide Village. Now, was there some place I needed this tree to cover? Like maybe here? Let's do it while I've got you out. We'll use our pecan pie. It seemed like there was a place I wanted to, maybe here. Let's do tree here. This can become a bush as well if you are wanting a bush anywhere in your little scene. All right, that. And our roof. I'm going to get our little brick wall out, and these are going to become shingles. Let's see how it works. Let's not use black. Let's use gray granite. I'm going to test it and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's a little bit big, so I'm going to use just the portion of just this top portion and not that lower bit. And I'm going to go like this to mask that side, and we're going to go like this. Okay, so you see little shingles. It is going to make this look a little bit better. And now for this side. This needs to be at an angle here. Okay. Let's try that again. Right. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Actually, I like that so well. We're going to do it on this one. This one's the right width, too. Look at that. Oh, you look good. Really good. Perfect. All right, and so there you go. I don't know, I thought this is a brick wall because I did it as a brick wall, and it looked great in the church. And so you could do this here, but we're going to put this house here, so we won't need that. And then let's just color this ground in really quick. Finish out that door. This is going to go together now very, very quickly. We're pretty much done. And we'll assemble and be finished. So Yuletide Village. I don't think we need you, tree. I don't think we need you. We'll see. I'm not convinced I don't, so we'll see. I do still need to finish just a couple of things, so let's use this marker just to clean up some of this area. I've decided I'm just going to do this. That will get rid of my snow there. And I think that's good there. We do need to clean up this line a little bit. Right there, there, there. Okay. All right. And we want holiday. I don't have time to do little pumpkin for the door or anything, and I'd have to hunt it down. I think Glamper Greetings has some really good tiny things. Glamper Greetings is super cute. I bet you it's with my, what do you think Glamper Greetings is with? It's probably with the camping stuff, right? Wouldn't that make sense? But I don't see you. Glamper Greetings. Oh, got Fireside Trimmings has tiny leaves, not small enough. Glamper Greetings, where are you? I don't know. I don't see you. I thought you'd be with my Campology. Campology should have Glamper Greetings with it. Campology. I see you, but I don't see Glamper Greetings. Okay, so Glamper Greetings was a little trailer and had tiny little things that you could put in there. So that one's good. But we're going to go ahead and just try to finish this out with just a little bit of greenery and some leaves and browns on that. Let's do this. And that. Okay, we need some brown. Where are you? The markers are going to cover up lines better. So if you need that, then like here, I've got lines like behind my tree. We definitely want those trees in front. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right over those trunks. And then here and here. And there. Okay. And, oh, let's do the door. Let's do that, though. I do prefer to color with your blending pens. They definitely are better for coloring. Here's bronze. Oops, let's do the bullet tip. Oh, I forgot the roof, too. I'll do bronze for the roof as well. We'll turn this into bronze so they match. Okay. And bronze. Okay, anything else? That's looking pretty good. I don't think I can do much more than that. I'll do bronze over that just to give it a little bit more distinction there. Oops, I went out the line. Oh, well. And I think that's good. Let's do our ground. Since my pen's kind of running out just a little bit, I'm going to do this. Okay, and then we need something very light. Ivory will work. So get your ivory out, and that'll be good. My ivory's really running out. And then we need a very light green. You could use a sponge at this point with a very, very, very light hand with green. I'm going to use a G00, which is a very light green. Okay, there we go. It's almost like pool party. So you could probably use pool party. as well, especially if you have one that's kind of running out color-wise. All right, now you're going to just take your scissors, cut this out. My windows look the same color, which I'm not really liking that. Let's change that a bit. Okay, there we go. Now we've got slightly different colors. I'm going to use this one. This is just a tan. It almost looks like our peach pie would work. I just didn't see it, and I'm in a rush, so we're just getting things done at this point. Okay. So don't judge me on that. I would get my pumpkin pie out of something if I could find it. All right, now we are ready to assemble. This is going to go here. We're going to just cut off the tops of all of this. Okay. And remember, my house is going to be in front of these bushes, so I don't have to be painstakingly going down too far on these bushes because they're going to mostly be covered by that house. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about the trees too much. Just snip, snip, snip. This is the sort of thing you can do when you're watching TV at night. I hope your hands don't ache. My arthritis is starting to act up a bit, and I knew it was just a matter of time, and it would, because my sister has it, my mother had it. My mom didn't do stuff like this, though, you know. So she never complained about it. I don't think it bothered her that much. She was an accountant early in life, and so I don't know that she used the typewriter a lot. And then later she was a saleswoman, so so she didn't use a keyboard all that much. And because in those days, you didn't do stuff on the computer. In fact, the computer age was just coming into being when she just retired because she couldn't handle it. She didn't know how to do a computer. And the little bit she tried to learn, she felt really stupid, unfortunately, because she wasn't at all. People then didn't know how to handle it, and they didn't really try to help her much. They probably just wanted her to retire. So it worked out. She did, and it worked out just fine for her, for everyone, I'm sure. So I never heard her complain too much about it. Now look at that. Isn't that cute? I love it. And then these little houses are going to go around there. But for now, I kind of need to get these out. I need to see how is this going to really fit and look on this card. So I can see what kind of flubs I need to cover up here, if any. Oh, it is way over. Okay, so 2 hours. That's not too bad, actually, for a card like this. And it's fun. Do you like doing this sort of thing? Let me know if you do. I don't know that there are that many of us who really enjoy card making to the extent that they're willing to take time to build scenes. I know a lot of us used to do this. See how that looks? Perfect. Now, see, you don't even have to do too much back there. I can cut some of that off to show some of my, and then here's my little brick wall. I could leave that in, I suppose, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to do this, leaving my little bush by the house. I turned that into a bush instead of a tree. Okay, so your scissors can turn squiggly lines into straight pretty easily. That's why I wasn't too careful about how I did that roof line. So let's get rid of that. That's going to fit here. And I can take it off the edge too. I think I will. And that'll cover up that bit. I won't have to fuss with that. Let me think of this. I think I might do that with this side too, because I actually quite like those cypresses back there. They're pretty. I really liked those. That Tuscany Hills had a partner to it not long ago. Hills of Tuscany, right? So it was named pretty much the same thing. Almost the same stamp set too. I really liked it though. So I bought the new one. The new version of the old that I already had. I did not mind. The only thing I'm not happy about is this white. I forgot about that. Let's take our gray. And we're gonna kind of overcolor my roof line here and my leaves with that. In which case, I think I'll do that here as well. Okay. And let's cut away my little edge. There and there. Perfect. All right, so now take your sky. Get rid of my scraps. Now some of these scraps I'm still not done with. See, I can still use some of that on my, in fact, sentiment in this part too. So that goes back over into my scrap pile. I end up losing all that much of what I had. Let me get my trash thrown away. Okay. Very nice. It is nice to do autumn things, and this is going to make a nice little Thanksgiving card. I think I have a tiny turkey somewhere. Didn't we have a tiny turkey in something? It seemed like we did. Tiny turkey walking through the village would be fun. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down here. It's going to have to come all the way down because I don't want sky showing there. I think that'll be fine. You can raise it if you wanted to. I mean, that would look nice, but I'm going to have those houses raised. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. Just make sure you get all your little pointy bits glued, because that's what will come up and tear off if people are jerking it in and out of an envelope. Okay, there we go. And then we'll get our dimensionals for the little houses on the side. Oh, you turned out so cute. I really wanted to do this. And so when I made my other Christmas cards, I just planned to do this. So I do need to cut off some of my house. Wow. I'd really like to have cut that side off. So I could put you here. I think I will, because you're the crummy side. So let's cut off this edge like this. Okay, and then this house is going to tuck in here like that. And I can even cut away some of this. And we're going to fit you right here. Oh, that's the only part I would have liked to have probably gotten rid of. Nope, that'll look good. Very good. I love showing you stuff that flubs and then how you just fix it. I think so many of you get frustrated with your card stuff because it doesn't turn out exactly the way you wanted. And then instead of just realizing that you can fix it, you throw it away and are frustrated. So hopefully this shows you do not have to do that. Let's get rid of this edge right there. But I am going to let these hang off over my edge. It looks good to have something hanging off onto this little mat around the side. Not a lot or tons, and you don't always have to do it, but it does kind of look nice when you do. Okay, so we're going to put you right here. Oop, I covered up my trees entirely, but that's okay. Look at you. Now, the truck could still go in, but do you see how much bigger he is than these houses? No, he's not going to work. I don't think I have a truck that would actually work. And this is I quite like this. This is pretty. Looks like a nice little meadow. So I don't need that. And my itty bitty Christmas greetings is not going to work here. I do have other itty bitties. So I'll just find an itty bitty. Okay, we've got itty bitty greetings all over the place here. In fact, we've got a may God bless you and keep you. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? With gratitude, that's fine. We can do a bigger one. Our sky's pretty good sized here. So let me look at our what kind of a Thanksgiving greeting do we want to use? I've got a big happy Thanksgiving one. I'm not seeing. Oh, here's a good one. I do like this one. This one will be quite nice. Gather together. And there's some nice sparkle if you're looking for leaves. You might have this set. It's a good one. I think gather together will be quite nice. Like here, because there's quite a bit of room. So let's take one of my scraps that's a bigger scrap. What color should we use? Well, let's look and see what my predominant color is. This pecan pie, right? So we probably could use that. Now, if you want to cover up anything that you didn't like, do your greeting down here somewhere. And you can even take a pumpkin, you know, a smaller one perhaps, and stick it on your greeting. And you can cover up anything you want that way. The greeting's a really good spot to conceal things that happened that you're not thrilled with when you're doing these scene building type cards. Okay, gather together. Oh, this is cute. I'm loving it. It's nice. The chamois really drying out. I have my little overhead fan on in case I got warm. This is a stamp set I just love. This gather together one. It's really pretty. All right, a die. We have all kinds of new dies, but I'm going to pull out one of my assortments because I just know there's a ton of assortments here. And I'll find one that's the right size pretty quickly. How big is this one? That's too big. Let's try this one. A little small. Little small, might work. Let's try my ticket. The ticket is gonna work. Let's do the ticket. Okay, let's try to get you to hold together. magnet. Let me bend this a tiny bit. Maybe it'll hold on there better. There we go. That's better. Oh, you're cute. And since I did that so nicely, let's just, since it's a ticket, let's take our edge here and just brown it out a little bit. Ah, very nice. And we are about done. Now, I could put it here too, and that would look good also, but I've got so much sky going on. And if you have an airplane you want to do, an airplane up there, that would be great. Or birds. I mean, there's tons of stuff you could just put in that sky. It's pretty roomy, but I'm going to just do that. And then you're going to want to do your base card to glue this onto. So remember, our dimensions are 3 3/4 by 8. So you would just be doing, oh, what would you do? 3 3/4 and 3 3/4. I don't know. Let me do this really quick so you know what it is. Since I can't come up with it, it's the kind of measurement I don't keep in my brain. So just take your cardstock, whatever the width of your card, lay it in there. So this is 3 3/4. Do the score line, fold, cut. I believe we are at 8 inches, but I better double check here. Oh, it was 3 1/2, not 3 3/4. So let's take off. Oops, I think I just took too much off, but oh well. I can always do another. No, that's perfect. Okay, so it was 3 1/2, not 3 3/4 by 8. Isn't that cute? Oh yeah, looks great. And then I'm going to just cut this little bit off here. So you ended up needing 7 by 8. Okay, 7 by 8 is the card, the basic card, and then you're going to glue that on, and you're done with another little fun card. So fun for Yuletide Village. So again, these things do not need to be only Christmas. It's actually not, it's not that hard to turn it into any season you want to. Summer would be fun too. You could have all kinds of little flowers all over the place, right? Wouldn't that be fun? I think it would be fun. All right, so have a lovely week. I hope you are staying not too busy. The holiday season's coming up pretty fast. And I thought I was done with my Christmas cards, but if you see stacks of cards behind me, it's because I got really carried away with, this is one you won't see for a little while yet. Oh, I didn't get one on yet. That decorative trees. Oh man, it is beautiful. I made a whole bunch of extra cards. And these are just too fun. Too fun. I couldn't leave it alone. It's kind of reminded me of those ornament ones that we have where you could stack, and I'd done all those ornaments, and then you can make little tags with these. I didn't duplicate it, but you just duplicate it and glue it together, and it makes this fabulous little tag. So, oh, fun. Oh, it's too fun.
anyhow, that is coming up, so stay tuned. Make sure you check in. Whatever you see in the newsletter on Monday, that should be what I'm working on that day. So if you have any questions about it, make sure you watch and then click a like and a share. I do really appreciate it. If you comment, that's even better. And I do read all of those. I do appreciate them. I know people are watching, but unless you comment, I don't really know, right? So thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I will see you next week. Have a great time. Bye.